live at the 10 and 8E Campus Game Fest right here in Port Harcourt. It's games, music, networking, and non-stop fun. The best part is it's all free. And if you're seeing this, your campus can be next.
Hello everyone, I'm Jindu. I'm the winner of Just Dance Game, and I want to use this medium to appreciate Monster Energy Drink and 10NSE.
Hello, welcome to the Campus Game Fest 2026 happening live at University of Ibadan. There's so much activities going on today, games, fun and music. Come, let's have fun.
Hi, my name is Nifi. I'm the winner of Free Fire, University of Ibadan, Campus Game First 2026. Thank you, Monster Energy, for sponsoring us. Thank you, 10N80. We hope to see you next time. Thank you.
My name is Grace. I'm the winner of Just Dance Competition. Thank you, 10N80. Thank you, Monster.
My name is Olado Sinok. I'm the winner of Street Fighter tournament at the Campus Game Fest, University of Ibadan. Thank you, 10N80. Thank you, Monster. My name is Olayemi. I'm the winner of the PUBG Mobile at University of Ibadan, Campus Game Fest. Thank you, 10N80. Thank you, Monster.
The Nigerian Pro League Grand Final Season 8 by Monster Energy and 10N80.
Send them out, they can't sports. Must be aware that there's someone who to end the final games of the night.
戻らないと言って目指したのは青い青いあの空悲しみはまだ覚えられず切なさは今掴み始めたあなたへ飛び出すこの感情も今言葉に変わってく未知なる世界の夢から目覚めてこの羽を広げ飛び出す羽ばたいたら戻らないと言って
Showtime, showtime, showtime. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. I know what everybody is locked in and everybody knows what time it is. But in case you don't know what time it is a Nigerian Pro League time. It is the group stages and it is, if I'm not mistaken, day 5. A whole lot of action up until this stage. All of these teams have been bubbling up. We saw an amazing performance from a bunch of teams yesterday, but today we have a brand new set of teams willing to compete again. And how did these teams get here? Well, they kicked off from the playoffs. And that is how we got the qualifier stage going through. And then we had the top 24 teams in the group stage that are currently sitting in right now. And then the top 8 teams at the end of the group stage will advance to the finals, direct slot straight to the finals to join Neon Outlaws. And that is something we love to see. But then, even after that, we've got the last chance. The bottom teams that don't make it to the final straight up will get an opportunity to tackle that one in. But without further ado and much ado about nothing, let's get straight into the action and see the teams that are going to be competing in tonight's matches. And all of the action up until this stage. That's giving us a little bit of context here. We've got Crazy Weirdos and a couple of other teams that are yet to back down. But as it stands, yesterday we saw Chaos Syndicate etch their name in history as the first team in this season of the NPL to get into the finals, seeing as they got a significant number of points. So today we are going to be having Pride Report, Supernova, Crazy Weirdos, Southeast, O3 Brothers, Tribe Warriors, the guys from Afro Esports. Okay, this has to be the coolest. What do they even call this? What do they call these things that you used to get into the into the map? Like, what do they call this? Gliding effect or landing effect or something? Because I'm really sure I don't know what exactly it's called, but that has to be the coolest one. I mean, it's a Cerberus. I mean, Cerebrus. I'm waiting they call them. Well, that's enough for me. But so, like I was saying, we got. Well, O3 are going to be putting the work in and they're going to be making it quick. Ooh, if this grenade lands, well, that grenade almost landed, but Ikorodu Dock was right there to shut Deji down. Crazy Weirdos under siege. Bad start for them. But fortunately for them, this is Rondo. You are allowed to make as many mistakes as possible. And like I was saying, we've got the likes of O3 Brothers, Tribe Warriors, K9, Team Pride, Report, Supernova, Crazy Weirdos, Southeast. We've got the guys from Afro Esports as well, and the Mad Lads. A couple of others there going to call right through Report, getting their first couple of eliminations there, and they will be getting the second one as well. And yes, we do still have Oxygen and Andromeda in the mix as well. And then we've got Nothing But Trouble, Saint, Vanguard, and Sync. So it's anybody's game at this stage. And Sync are going to be taking hits. Good shot from Max Payne and goes for the flush immediately as well. No time. Oh, you gotta love the shots coming through there from Max Payne as he gets another drop. It looks like Chips from Tribe Warriors could be in a little bit of trouble there. He gets knocked away as well. Angelo making quick work of him. There's a whole lot of chaos as we're looking at the map right now. So much is going on. It is getting so active. Machine now getting a drop on Blade as well. Andromeda putting the sword to Tribe Warriors, or rather putting Tribe Warriors to the sword. It's not the easiest thing to do, but they are making quick work of it. O3 Brothers on a roll here. 5 eliminations, and they are counting. And the Cloud with a burst of sprays there, but nothing untoward. Grenade from Superboy onto Max Payne, and he will feel Max Payne as they are going to press forward. That's from Sync Esports. Can they hold it down? No chance for them. T-Pain again feels some more pain. That will be the end of the road for them. 7 eliminations between 2 players, though. Arewa and Lunatic still yet to let their guns fly. But Ikorodu Doc and Superboy will have something to say about that one. These are the NPL conversations. And we are looking to onboard. Teams have been very proactive in the way they have managed their expectations so far. But it has been prolific, profound. Even at that, remember, the goal is to finish in the top 8. If you're not in the top 8, where do you really want to be? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow is going to be the last day of the group stages. And after that is done, we head straight into the last chance qualifier, the last chance to get to the finals, to book a spot in Lagos for the NPL Season 9 Grand Finals. And that is where it's at right now. A whole bunch of teams still yet to show their mettle. A whole lot of major teams are going to be here as well. O3 Brothers being one of them. Tribe and Afro Esports, Team Pride. All of them looking for a chance to replicate their performance in the playoffs. Tribe Warriors have a 3 for the good and not time for 10C as he is going to be knocked away. Andromeda again. Angelo being at the cause for concern as he takes another one back to the lobby. Andromeda have been very proactive since yesterday. Their performance has been equaling that. They did finish off in it with a chicken dinner in Miramar yesterday, the last game of the night, and they finished quite strongly. But can they repeat that performance? Can they turn it up a notch? Can they turn up the heat? That is the question. Well, reports got Hume Bin, the last one left. Not really sure what's going on with him. It's all about getting on the game and staying in the game as well. The Mad Lads also another team to be on the lookout for. MP Zone is active though. Mad Lads also circling back. Afro Esports not too far away. Probably have to reposition themselves. And get onto the sequence that they've found for themselves so far. Now this is something, this is one for the books. So it's been very ideal the way these players have turned up the tide. And we'll see if there's more to be done. Crazy Weirdos, they did have a little bit of a stop-start game yesterday. And there will be cause for concern in the way they have been able to manage the game so far, but they have kept on a good start. Sync Esports as well, similar concept. Got about 4 eliminations. Good path to the zone. And it looks like Mad Lads will be setting their sights on Afro Esports. Easy for 7, easily going down there. It looks like Andromeda Elia is going to be pulling up into the mix here. Looks like another hit from the Mad Lads as Afro Esports will lose another. It is Black that goes down this time. The Afro Esports, not the start they were expecting. But there is a little bit of a thought process into what is next in the NPL. Was some of these teams, this will be their first time in an NPL final if they make it through the group stages. So it's all about making it to the group stages now. Putting onto the cause there, but it looks like Crichton will be setting their sights onto the guys from Team Pride. I believe that was Devil that got knocked away there. And Team Pride could be in a world of trouble right now. Andromeda also potentially could be in a world. Bubakar from Afro Esports also goes down. It's a hard knock. Monty, the next one to follow suit. Crazy Weirdos still yet to find their footing in this game. Find their footing in the group stage, honestly. Seeing their performance in the qualifier stages, you would think they would absolutely, cook in the group stages. But, that's the beauty of the NPL. Every stage is different. Every stage requires a different type of strategy, a different type of mentality. And that's something you have to think about time and time again. And it looks like Andromeda have that in their arsenal. Sitting right now in Neox. And sitting confidently as well. Good shots, good positions, either way. Getting proactive, and Andromeda sitting deep, not giving away too much. Angelo still very much in the front lines there, and they are holding a little bit of a decent split. We're trying to get more positions and more angles on the rest of the areas of the zone here. Play zone has moved away. A couple of more seconds until we move into phase 4, and that's where things are about to get dicier as the game goes by. It is going to be a big drop once that play zone shuts down. Things are going to potentially go from bad to worse for some of these teams that haven't actually found themselves in a nice spot to call home. Well, we will see how proactive that can be. Machine that's torn to shreds there by Rumsey. Kitty. It's going to be transitioned them, and while not backing down without a fight, so not even the slightest. Southeast pressing the guys from Vanguard. Okay. Yeah, Vanguard have to be the team that haven't found any sort of momentum in this group stage at all. Every time I see them, they are always on the right side of that kill feed, and it looks like Rumsey's about to do the exact same thing to some opposition teams there. Any going dropping out of his vehicle. Kraton gets the drop on them. K9, 6 eliminations and counting. They've got a lot of space and a lot of ground to cover here. Pulling up into the stacks there, and Villain getting a drop on Andromeda. It looks like Andromeda could be in a world of trouble. They've been eliminated. I'm not sure how. I'm not sure where. Andromeda, they go out. 4 eliminations to the good, but that is not the way you want to start the game. See how they did get some eliminations on the board again. Tries to play off the right hand side. Now dancing to the play into the corner as well. Dari Lex, no chance. I don't even think he landed a shot, as he is going to be swept under the rug and put back into the lobby. Right now, K9 up to 7 eliminations. They are putting in a shift. They are putting in so much work. And they are staying in the mix here. And Tribe have found another avenue to cause problems. But it is going to be 0-3 going up against the guys from Tribe right now. Now this is unstoppable force against immovable object. Top C has been knocked away, but Chips was not going to back down. He provides a seemingly decent amount of cover for the rest of his teammates, as 10C will close that gap even further. Superboy bit off a little bit more that he can chew there. Gets discovered immediately by 10C. Gets dropped to his knees. They're trying to round up their numbers, add a little bit more. They're trying to make something happen over to the other side as well. And a trade-off could potentially change things here. Luna has a sight line up ahead. Smokes and utilities going out into the open. And it looks like 1+1 from Southeast is going to be the last one left for his teammates, trying to get his HP levels back up. And he does manage to see it through. Crazy Weirdo still causing trouble from inside the zone towards... as well. Tribe Warriors could be in a major pit of trouble here, but 0-3 fails. And that will be another drop, but Lunatic says no. Chips goes down, but also Lunatic will be traded off as well. Blade is going absolutely insane. He's sharpened up and he's cutting them piece by piece, and he cuts them through. 10C with the final drop. 0-3, no match for Tribe Warriors. And that was a big shift on that leaderboard to show exactly what it takes. But this is a very interesting moment right now, because K9, can they capitalize on what has happened to reposition themselves from that northern side? It keeps them at bay. But right now, Crazy Weirdos have a very good position north of the factory, and they might be able to make something happen. Blade goes down to the zone. Doesn't look like he will be getting picked up. He's too far out. Walker immediately dispatches him, and that is a big blow for Tribe going into the final third, losing their front man. Will they be able to scale it through with the bodies they've got left? Because Mad Lads now still have 4 players alive. They're the only team that has 4 players alive. They got 5 eliminations. Can they capitalize and work with the numbers that they've got? Again, trying to circle it through, but Sync could be in trouble there. They've been spotted. And they are taking hits. But Ned this time catches Cesar off guard and knocks him clean off. Villain is in the off angle, but he can't provide that much protection. He can't provide the cover that's needed. And Kraton pulls up immediately towards the guys from Crazy Weirdos, potentially in a 1 versus 3 here. His position has been given away. They know he's here, and he's all by his lonesome. But he is very capable. He is very equal to the task for K9 Esports. And Sisu's trying to circle back and get an angle in, but they have to dispatch him. They need to make sure that he's not going to cause them any problems going further. And that might be the chance for them to lock this one down. That might be the chance to snatch an opportunity inside of the top 8, because top 8 is where you want to be. But here they come. Grenade launched. Beautiful shot. Surely the job is done. And that will be the end for Kraton as he goes back into the lobby, but not without them putting a major shift on the leaderboard there with 7 eliminations, still trying to stay afloat here. Remember, the goal is to finish in the top 8. Crazy Weirdos are not far-fetched. Tribe Warriors over to the northwestern side, trying to keep it a buck. They've got 3 players still very much alive here, but Mad Lads have 4. Tribe Warriors trying to avoid being under siege. 2 eliminations across the board for Top C, Chips, and 10C. But now the play zone, is it going to move away from them? Is it going to advance towards the south side? That is a very important position. Top C is caught. He's knocked away. They've still got the zone, so that will allow them to reposition and think about how they want to do something from that angle that they've got, because that is what is important at this stage. They have to see it through. Drops into the corner as well. They might be able to lock this one down, but it is still very much anyone's game here. Mad Lads only have 1 advantage, and that is the numbers game. They've got 4, but they're taking hits. They're making a play, but it looks like that play could cost them something here. Another of their teammates has been taking hits. They might be trading off one for the other, and Tribe Warriors in a major load of trouble there. That is 2 bodies in quick succession. Chips goes down. 10C goes down as well. Tribe down to the last man, but Chips fortunately will be getting picked up, but that is dangerously close, because they do not have the play zone. The Mad Lads going absolutely mad right now. A chicken dinner from them in match number 1 will stake their claim and tell everyone that they are not to be ruled out just yet. But a 12 elimination game from Tribe Warriors still puts them miles ahead of everyone else in this lobby. Only a chicken dinner will come close. Only a chicken dinner will change the narrative. But the Mad Lads, they've made a dash for it, and they have transitioned quite nicely into the zone. I mean, I'm impressed. I can't lie. I am impressed with the performances I'm seeing, because fast forward 3 seasons ago, Mad Lads wouldn't. A team in Mad Lads' position would not have made that play. They would not have done exactly what Mad Lads did just now, because that singular decision could have just won them this game. Sync also in a very tight position, and that is where things are going to be very tough for them, especially coming in from that western side. But we're going to see if they can make it through. because the next zone is where the job is done. The next zone is where the job is finished. And if you look to the bottom left of your screen, you can see Crazy Weirdos putting in the business onto the guys from Sync, and Sync will be caught out. Villain going down. Mad Lads immediately use that opportunity to advance their position, and Crazy Weirdos have them in their scopes, have them in their sight lines, and they add yet another one to the mix. Crazy Weirdos do have 3, and Tribe still have 2 players alive, but the play zone not favorable for them, and Deji goes down. He's caught out. K now has to focus all of his energy onto the guys from Tribe Warriors, onto the high ground position. They're trying to reduce the deficit between themselves as well, but Topsy immediately takes that one in, and he goes for the push, and he's gonna be swept away. And it's a 2-man step between Mad Lads and the guys from Crazy Weirdos. Crazy Weirdos yet again showing exactly what they are made of, showing exactly their mettle, showing exactly why they deserve to be in the NPL, why they deserve to be in the finals. But Mad Lads have something for them, and Ned is already making a play for it. Big shot from Rosie. Drops. Sisu immediately packs him up like a lunchbox and puts him back into the lobby. No chance. No more way for poor people. Crazy Weirdos, they can't find a way around this one. It's a 4 versus 1. Rosie's trying to make a dash for it, but his helmet, K's helmet, gets instantly tapped. He pops up again. It's a game of whack-a-mole. It's a game of pinball. Grenades and bullets bouncing all the way, bouncing all through, but no chance. Another grenade and another one. Surely the job is done. Ned Stark with the final hit as he claims the throne for chicken dinner number 1. The Mad Lads are not here to play. They want to go to the final. Woo! My goodness, man. That's what we love to see, innit? Isn't that what we love to see? Isn't that why we are here? I can't lie. I have to be honest, right? This has been the most competitive the Nigerian Pro League has been. And a big shout out to 1080 for this one. I can't lie. This has been the most competitive. I can't lie. It has been competitive. Tribe Warriors, they were really struggling. They were really like, it was difficult for them to get out of dodge. It was difficult for them to play through multiple teams. Mad Lads, Crazy Weirdos, Sync. It was difficult for Tribe Warriors to play through these teams, and that is the beauty of competition, and I'm loving every minute of it. 1 game down though, 3 more to go. Ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned into the Nigerian Pro League. Don't forget to sub, don't forget to like, share, and don't forget to engage in the chat. I see all of your comments in the chat, and I see all of your comments in the chat, guys. So let's get back into the action after the break. We'll see you then. Okay. All right. Cool. That's this particular match that just finished, or the overall. Well, she should have been ready as the game ended. Actually, the old game. But no wahala.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure.
Hi, I'm Dilo and I'm live at the 10 and 8E Campus Game Fest right here in Port Harcourt. It's games, music, networking and non-stop fun. The best part is it's all free, and if you're seeing this, your campus can be next.
Hello everyone, I'm Jindu. I'm the winner of Just Dance game, and I want to use this medium to appreciate Monster Energy Drink and NNSE.
Hello, welcome to the Campus Game Fest 2026 happening live at University of Ibadan. There's so much activities going on today. Games, fun, and music. Come, let's have fun.
Mm. Showtime, 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 ladies and gentlemen. It is the NPL. Welcome back. It is the group stages, and we just had a big game coming through from the Mad Lax. Chicken dinner secured, chicken dinner delayed is not chicken dinner denied. You understand? I mean, take a look at that. Like I said, competitive. 19 points, yes, but Tribe Warriors were right behind them. 18. Crazy Weirdos, 13 for Sync Esports, 10 for K9, 9 for O3 Brothers, 6 for Team Pride, 5 for Afro Esports, 4 for Andromeda. It trickles down, but again, the team that wins doesn't just run away with it or anything like that. That is what I love to see. It is absolutely solid work from the Mad Lads, seeing the chicken dinner, securing it, getting the job done, and seeing it through. That is what we absolutely love to see, and we're looking forward to seeing more of that as the tournament progresses. Andromeda had a little bit of a shaky start, though. They got some eliminations and they were able to see it through. But it's still part of the game. It's still very dynamic, and nothing but trouble. Supernova Esports and Vanguard, especially Vanguard, man, they're really struggling. They're really struggling. I hope they find a way to break through this. I hope they find a way to break through that. Nonetheless, I'm looking forward to the first Erangel of the night. As we all well know, we just wrapped up Rondo. So we are going to have a double dose of Erangel. And then we're going to close things down in Miramar. So let us stay tapped in. Let us stay locked in as well. It is going to be more where that came from. So the action continues, ladies and gentlemen. Erangel double dose and then Miramar for this group stage. And this is where it gets absolutely dicey. It is just going to be ride and ride. It is just going to be chaos after chaos after chaos. 19 points for the Mad Lads, and I gotta respect it. But I would do anything to see exactly what the top eight is looking like right now. I would have loved to see that. Hopefully, we'll get that maybe by tomorrow's stream because that top eight is going to be changing with every single game, with every single elimination. Hopefully, it stays on track and we'll see the leaderboard by tomorrow, hopefully. But I would be keeping tabs on that because, like we said, all roads lead to Lagos. All roads lead to final. And then more action on the way through. But nonetheless, chat. Erangel yesterday, we saw some interesting teams, Chaos Syndicate and the likes. They are not in this lobby. I think they're done. I don't think they're gonna be playing anymore. I think they're done. I think they got over 150 points if I'm not mistaken. So I think I think they're done. But now, Chad, do you think anyone is going to catch up to Chaos Syndicate on that leaderboard? Do you think anyone is going to top them off? Do you think it's Tribe will catch up to them? I personally I personally don't think so, right? I don't think Tribe catches them. But let me get your predictions, Chad. Who do you think is going to make the top 8? I want to see your top 8 predictions in the chat. So tell us in the chat, who do you think is going to make the top 8? I want to know who you think is going to make the top 8. Do you think, Andromeda is going to be there? Do you think Unsolid Army will stay there? Because I think Unsolid Army is in there right now. I think Unsolid Army is in the top 8, but I'm not sure if they're going to stay there by the end of tomorrow. I'm not too certain because they're no longer in this lobby. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how far the leaderboard is going to change by tomorrow. But nonetheless, it has been one for the books. So let's get ready for the action, ladies and gentlemen. Let's stay locked in. Get ready for our first Erangel of the night. And it is showtime. We are on the road now. If you don't know now, you know. Some a whole lot of Erangel action as we can see. And very interesting playing path. Looks like we're coming from the north, right? I think we're coming from the northern side, passing through Mansion, heading towards military base, I believe. Yes, we're heading towards the military base. Man, nah, this gliding animation, I just keep seeing the coolest ones, bro. Like, come on, man. What? Like, how do I even get this? How many UC does this one now? Chat, what? How many UC for to get this Naruto nine-tailed gliding animation? Because what? How do I even get one of those? Man, I need to check because PUBG does send me like UC once I'm just, I'm so good at the game, but I've not even checked how many UC to take to get something like that because my goodness. Well, Afro Esports are going to hit the ground running against the guys from Sync, but Sync will not be backing down. Max Payne again, dishing out Max Payne against Afro Esports. Black going down. Similar sequence to the previous game. He was the first one to go down for Afro Esports in the Rondo game. So that is even another issue to address. But I'm pretty sure there's more where that came from. They are trying to stick with the tally and the position that they have found themselves in. Sink back to full strength. The Mad Lads. This is going to be a very difficult rotation for them, seeing as they try to play a little bit closer to each other. Getting out of Yasnaya as a full unit is impressive in of itself without any casualties. It is always going to be a very difficult feat to pull off. So we'll see if they do manage to see it through. Even Sync Esports, the team that would thrive in an area like this is actually Afro Esports. But unfortunately for them, they're already a man down. A man short this early, it's not a good look. Not a good look at all. But we'll see. We will see. There's a little bit more to be done, but there is a little bit more time to cover. After they have traded one as well with the Mad Lads. Now it looks like they might be taking a little bit more there. Oh, he has a shotgun. Can he get his angles right? No dice for him. He's already taking damage. Trying to jump into the corner, but no dice for him as Rage is immediately going to pack him up. Rage has been on a roll here. He's arguably been the best player for Afro Esports ever since he got signed back into the team. He has been a front-footed player for them. And looks like Andromeda are going to be on the receiving end, courtesy of Supernova. And Maddie is going to be the first one to be drawn away. Machine gets dropped off and immediately gets sent back into the lobby. I'm not sure what happened there. I am not sure what happened there, man. But Andromeda have lost 2 players in the space of 20 seconds. And now it is left to Kimi. Andromeda is going to have to think twice about that one, but not the most ideal for them either way. But they have got time. They have got space. But how much ground can they cover? That's where the real questions lie. Let's see. A little bit more of the plethora of what we've seen so far, but even at that, we've been able to keep things at bay for what's being one of the older teams in the lobby. They have been in the NPL final, I believe, 3 times. So they know exactly what it takes to be an NPL finalist. They've got a whole lot of experience. And Report also having one of the other experienced players being Aimer. Ooh, well, take a look at that, chat. We have a live leaderboard. Big shout out to production for giving us that. So, this is the perfect leaderboard I wanted. Big shout out to production. They gave W production, child. W production. They gave us the leaderboard as we wanted. But take a look at that. All three brothers and Tribe Warriors are tied in the top 8. They're both tied right now. And Crazy Weirdos is roughly at least 19 points away from them. 19 points between 8th place and 10th place. So there is a team there. There is a team there that is not showing up. I think that team is not in this lobby, so it's not showing up here. But yeah, so Andromeda is also there, 60 points clear. I mean, there is a lot of ground to cover, if we're being honest. I think the team that is in that 9th position will be Unsullied Army. I think Unsullied Army have been bumped out of the top 8 already. I think they have been bumped out of the top 8. I think the team that is currently sitting in 9th place is Unsullied Army. Yes, I think it is Unsullied Army. They have been bumped out of top 8. I don't know if they're done with all of their matches. I believe they are. But if they are not, tomorrow is going to be a deadly day for that chase into the last chance qualifier as well. Remember, last chance qualifier is anybody outside it is heading to last chance. And that's not where you want to be. I refer to that lobby as Tartarus because it's a nasty place to be. But right now, Team Pride also heading on their way to last chance if they don't find their way out, because they're roughly about 40 points away from the top 8. 40 points. Or rather 45 points away from the top 8 finish. Can they make it? Have they done enough? I mean, K9 also very impressive. 92 points on the good for them as well. Very good start. But will they have a very good finish? Tribe Warriors coming through a man short. Blade has been rooted out. Oh, for esports setting their sights onto the guys from Team Pride. Traitor goes down. Tensky follows. And that is a bad look for Team Pride right now. Losing 2 players in quick succession. Who is he? Almost getting pulled out of his vehicle as well. And Team Pride have been really struggling in the game so far. Hopefully they will find a way to do something around this one, but Supernova looking quite confident. There will be more of a plethora of treasure coming their way, but still been able to keep it on to the front lines the way they have been able to position themselves. It is very, very antiquous. But even at that, they have stayed on path. They haven't strayed away. And that's something I have absolutely loved seeing. Southeast, on the other hand, are away, sitting quite nicely in ruins. And they can as long as they want. And Vanguard, fortunately, have been on their own as well. They are playing as a duo. That's where the game is going to cost them just a little bit more than they would have liked, but even at that, they stay with their resolve. There is a passion onto the game here, but even onto that position, they have still kept it on. They've still stayed very, very acute with their own indulgences. They're still not panicking, looking very confident. Team Pride also just lurking around ruins. Devil and who is he? Team Pride onto. They have had a very rough start in back-to-back games. But if there's any team that knows how to finish strongly, it is them. Exactly how to get the job done. Looks like Abdul's gonna get caught out by Phoenix. Southeast. Also been on a cruise here as the bandit goes down. They're nothing but trouble. Or are in trouble. Losing like yet another 2 bodies caught. They're down to just the last one. Saint on the pressure, on the press. Not too sure if any's aware, but the grenades are coming his way. No dice, doesn't get caught. He does get discovered. And Dax goes down here. And that could have been very disastrous for his team. Unfortunately for them, nobody was in the area to cause problems, at the very least. And there is a penchant for staying on top of the game. There is a lot of groveling, as we've seen. There's not been the most prolific, but it has been the most. I mean, take a look at Mad Lad's positioning again. Have they learned? Have they picked up on how the rest of this lobby is playing? Because they're playing like a team that has understood their opposition. And nothing is sweeter than understanding the way it's playing. That's just one of those things, right? That's just one of those things you understand immediately. And you just have to know for a fact. Just have to know for a fact that, yes, I understand the way my opposition will play. I know how to get the best out of this. I know how to maximize my position, my team's position, or our team position. It's just one of those things you have to know for a fact that, yes, you know what it takes. You know exactly what to do. And, 5 eliminations could turn to something here. The spray's coming through, and that was very close. Reporters, not the most ideal way to get into space, but it gets the job done. Abubakar has been seriously warned there by Hyunbin, so he's probably not gonna try that one again. Well, I spoke too soon. He will be trying it again. And Creton and Sink. Keeping it a buck, keeping it kosher. All 3 have been Playing it as slow as possible. I've played onto the positions and played onto the drafts. They have been very proactive either way, but Tribe Warriors could be a little bit of a shout for them as chips can get picked up here. He goes down courtesy of 03. And 03 have started to spread their wings again. This time it is Andromeda that will be on the receiving end. Angelo. Kimmy discovered as well. 03. Well. And they are adding more and more. They're up to 4 eliminations now. And they are trying to increase that gap and stay in the top 8. And they're doing everything right. As we can see, they are. But they have to make sure that the won't get away from them. C goes down. Tribe Warriors in trouble. Lunatic with a grenade in hand. Top C, another one launched in his general direction. And that is a clean sweep onto Tribe Warriors. Tribe Warriors play differently when Blade is not alive or when Blade is not in the game. They play significantly very, very differently. That's an observation I've made in the past 2 games. Rage catches Arawa, closes him out. Oh, beautiful trade-off and instant punish. But I believe they lose Arawa in the process, but that was an instant punish from Superboy onto the guys from Afro Esports. That will give them something to think about. Play zone closes in and around itself again. K9 continue to extend. They're up to 3 eliminations now. They add more to the mix. They add more again to the lines. They're breaking the silence. And T-Pain also pulling up to the mix. Max Payne, do they know he's there? Kraton, is he aware that Sync have a man below and a man above? Can he get the DBS in an angle as awkward as this, though? Do they know he's there? Is he gonna move? Yes, they do know he's there. He misses the first couple of shots, but he does get the second. Can he go for the 2-piece? Max Payne gets dropped away. And his teammates, where are they? This is the perfect time to pull up. Because K9 are under siege here, but Cesar had no chance. Immediately getting dialed back, forced into a back-end position. T-Pain can't do anything but look as his teammates get bamboozled and burned away. And Stoner will go for the pickup. K9 will not leave a man behind. You gotta respect the team, that unit. And T-Pain has been pushed back. There's nothing he can do from that position. There is no chance, there is no dice. 03 continue their onslaught onto the guys from Southeast. Bridge is completely occupied. Sergi goes down as well. Mad Lads can't seem to find a space inside the box there. Can't seem to rotate themselves around. They do have a little bit of chances to work through, but T-Pain will be spotted immediately and will have his hairline pushed all the way back by Rumsey. End of the road for him. K9, 6 eliminations, and they will not be stopping. I mean, this is a serious team. Serious. This is a serious team. Because you're currently sitting in the top 5. Lunatic now has a sideline. Trying to get a drop through. Phoenix immediately getting absolutely clocked and dropped away there. And that's another one for 03 Brothers. 11 is the number. 11 eliminations now. The placement points are starting to ring out. The placement points are starting to add up. And O3 now in 6th place. Have transcended. And Afro Esports now will be chasing Tribe Warriors. 2 eliminations shy, getting eliminated earlier on. Not the best shout, not the best drop. Team Pride getting forced to play defensively in a shack, but they do have protection. They do have a definitive out of, but it is going to be very difficult for them to do anything offensive from this position. But if they do manage to make a way through, they will be able to at least sink and keep the rest of the guys, I believe, from the Mad Lads at bay over to the other side. It is going to be very difficult, but it is going to be very possible there. Who is he getting a drop onto one or the other? More hits coming onto the guys from Crazy Weirdos, and K is out in the open. He's exposed. If he's careful, he can make it through, but no dice. Who is he? He's immediately going to dial him back a notch and sends him back into the lobby. No chance for Sisu as well, as he also goes down. That's 2 eliminations now. I spoke too candidly, and another one getting the job done. Pride will not be going down without a fall. Not again, not this time. They will secure their 3rd elimination. Even as a 2-man, they are still dangerous. But Afro Esports have the hillside to work into, and they are trying to hold Afro Esports to make something happen as well over to that northwestern side. It could work in their favor if they can correlate something in the final third. But the play zone is going to be a big definitive factor now. The side, but Mad Lads, they want to take this on. They want to close the gap here, but they have to be careful. O3 is in the mix, and O3 have all the numbers, at least more numbers than anyone else, as Abubakar now from Afro Esports is continuously causing problems, but he gets a knock, and Ikorodu Doc will steal it away. Devil gets the angle on Elia. Yes, Devil knocked away. Team Pride in trouble now, and they might try to seal this one through. They will be sealed back. End of the road. Superboy snatches that one away there. End of the road for Team Pride. They will be sent back into the lobby, but not without taking a couple with them. And again, a difficult game for Team Pride. They fall short, and that top 8 starts to dwindle away from them. Afro Esports not backing down. Elia going down. O3, my word, they are absolutely cooking. 14 elimination, and the crazier thing is they might not win this game. They might not win this game with the way this tournament, the way these lobbies have been going. They might not even win this game. That's why it's so interesting. They are playing fantastic, but they might not win the game. Sergey runs straight into the Lions, then loses the bronze immediately. Superboy absolutely gets battered with the M4. Stoner immediately turns Ikorodu Doc inside out. He goes down, and now there is trouble. There is fire on the mountain here for O3 brothers, and they might not be 3 brothers now. They're they're just down to 1 brother. It's Lunatic alive, and no chance, no dice. K9 advancing their position. 6 eliminations with a potential for a very high ceiling. Creton already advancing his position, getting closer and closer to O3. Ikorodu Doc too far away to get picked up. They can't advance. They can't get to him, but Supernova, they want to take a piece of this as well. They want to snatch this one through because they've got a fantastic position from the Everest side during their rotation from the north position. They're trying to advance it from that western position as well in a 2-1 split. You would think it was something special, but they are absolutely tearing it up. Supernova now advancing inside. You can see them making a play for it to dominate the center of the pitch, the center of the park. They want to make it their own. It's going to be very difficult, though, because they're playing with 3 players, but they're not going to stop the angle there. Bay with Superboy. The S on his chest gets bagged inside and shut down, and Rumsey gets exposed a little bit too much there, but the utilities are at their beck and call. They will hold on, and they will close the gap even further. K9 still on the front foot, but O3 not backing down. 15 eliminations, and they're going for more. They're crying for more as well, and Clip's trying to hold it through, but the angles are going to be very iffy as Ikorodu Dog makes a dash for it, but immediately getting swept away there, and Pseudo XQF is right there to put the final nail in the coffin. Chips did get knocked away, but fortunately for him, there is teammates afoot, and they will be picking him up. But K9, they smell blood in the water, but immediately Casey advances his position, and take a look at that. You can see what he did. He advances forward to force them back so they can't press any higher. Big play from KC there. Supernova smart to reduce the space between themselves and K9, but K9 have the numbers, and K9, they can see that the chicken dinner is not too far away. They know exactly what they need to do, but the vehicle use the KC stays. They are going to pull Dawn's attention to the right hand side, so Dawn is not aware. The ops are behind, and Crichton gets knocked away. The plan works, and now the numbers dwindle. It's a 3 versus 3 now, but KC unfortunately couldn't hold up his end of the bargain, as he's gonna get knocked away. That was a good plan from Supernova, but K9 were equal to the. It worked out the way they thought, but no dice. Rumsey's gonna be exposed there, but he covers the bases well. Good play from Supernova, but unfortunately K9 just had the extra man, the extra number. Chips goes down as well, end of the road, and getting packed in. K9 again, like I said, the way the lobby's going, O3 might not even win the game, and it's K9. They get the chicken dinner, they get the job done, they see it through. They are the team, and that is what it is. It is competition at its finest. It is the Nigerian Pro League. Who makes it into the top 8? It is going to be changing with every single match, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I love to see. 2 games down, 2 more to go. Our last errand girl is coming up next. Do not touch that down. But take a look at that. 19 points. 19 points. 18 for Tribe Warriors, 15 all the way through, and 13 from Sync Esports, 10 for K9. Again, similar leaderboard from what we have in it from a rondo game. This is not even a rondo game, and look at how it is. This is one of those days where someone is just going, 0-3. Wait a minute. Chad, this is the leaderboard from the previous game. My bad. I got carried away. Chad, that was the leaderboard. So we'll be right back after the break. Come on, guys. What are we doing? Why are you giving me match 5 leaderboard? What is it? Why are you giving me match 5 leaderboard when match 6 just ended? Chat, guys, what we?
Hi, my name is Nifi. I'm the winner of Free Fire, University of Ibadan, Campus Game First 2026. Thank you, Monster Energy, for sponsoring us. Thank you, 10N80. We hope to see you next time. Thank you.
My name is Grace. I'm the winner of Just Dance Competition. Thank you, 10N80. Thank you, Monster.
My name is Sinok. I'm the winner of Street Fighter tournament at the Campus Game Fest, University of Ibadan. Thank you, 10N80. Thank you, Monster. My name is Olayemi. I'm the winner of the PUBG Mobile at University of Ibadan, Campus Game Fest. Thank you, 10N80. Thank you, Monster.
Nigerian Pro League Grand Final Certificate by Monster Energy and 10N80.
Comfortably, we send them out. We ground sports. Let me be aware that there's someone who is to end the final games of the night.
さは今掴み始めたあなたへ飛び出すこの感情も今言葉に変わってく内なる世界の夢から目覚めてこの羽を広げ時を待つ羽ばたいたら戻らないと言って戻したのは青い青いあの空突き抜けたら見つかると知って振り切るほど青い青いあの空青い青いあの空青い青いあの空
All right, ladies and gentlemen, showtime once again. 2 games down. One more Erangel to go before we head into Miramar. But take a look at the previous game. Oh my goodness. 20 points apiece for K9. Again, I don't know why O3 is in the front line. The chicken dinner went to K9. K9 should be K9 should be first place though because they got the chicken dinner. It's chicken dinner points though. So O3 and K9 solid from them. 20 points apiece. I mean, it's not every day you see a 20-point game from two different teams in the same lobby. Free, but Afro Esports on the bounce. 12 points to the good as well. Supernova also 11. Mad Lads with 6. Fresh off a chicken dinner, 6 points in the follow up is not a bad result for Mad Lads. But again, you need a whole lot more if you're going to stay in that top 8. You need a whole lot more. Team Pride, unfortunately, again, falling by the wayside. 5 points to the good. Saints with 4. Tribe Warriors with 2. Sync with 2 as well. One apiece for Crazy Weirdo Southeast and nothing but trouble. Report, Oxygen, Andromeda, and Vanguard couldn't find your footing in the game, but hopefully they will find it in the next Erangel. Speaking of next Erangel, looks like we are ready to get straight into the action to see who is going to turn up the heat this time around. Seeing as we've had our first dose, we've got K9 getting the job done. But can they do it again? Can they step up to the plate? About to. back into the action. It is going to be our last errand girl of the night. And our third match as well. Saw K9 step up to the plate and get themselves a chicken dinner. And that has been a very good start from what we've seen so far. It's not craziest. It has been the most effective. When I asked about how many UC it is to get the 9-tail glide animation, someone said 330 UC. Chad, is that true? Is it 330 UC? Because I have 330 UC. Please, if it's 330 UC, I want some of that action, Chad. I want some of that action for real. Yeah, I need to ask Roman. Someone should tag me to Roman in one of the group chats. I need to know how much he's to get this glide animation because what? It's just so cool. Come on, this game, MB go just the bone. Crazy weirdos. Oh, they've got Afro Esports just up ahead. I mean, landing in the middle of nowhere, though. You see, this is what happens when you get carried away with your plans and your landing positions, right? He was so focused on that guy, he landed in the middle of nowhere. He was so focused on the player from Afro Esports, he just landed in the middle of nowhere. Meanwhile, Afro Esports stuck to their plan. They're going to Yasunaya. They're not going to change because of you. They're not going to change the plan, right? They're not going to change. They're going to stick to the plan. They're going to stick to the strategy. But you are going to land in the middle of nowhere with no utilities. Hardcore from Crazy Weirdos, and I think that's going to hurt them in the future. They get some vehicles and then reposition, but I don't think. We'll see. Well, Afro Esports, they've got Yasnaya all for themselves, and reports are going to have Sun City all for themselves as well. The way everyone is going to avoid being problematic here, but it has been a true tone. Has been very slow and steady. Even at that, how much can be done? How much potentials can be seen through? K9. Ooh, they're setting their sights in Milton against Tribe Warriors, and it looks like it is going to be Topsy that's gonna get called out here. Blade goes down as well to Kryton, and that is 2 bodies caught now for K9. And Blade gives up immediately. Why do I feel like Blade doesn't want to be here? The way he's playing. The K9 Esports on the bounce again, 2 eliminations, and they're just breaking down Tribe Warriors, and they have done it in easy fashion. They wrap them up quickly and put them in the back of the lobby. That was so fast. I've never seen Tribe Warriors get packed up like that. But hopefully they will pick up some form. It's more of a power cooking position that they found themselves in, but it's still very much equal to the task. Okay, Abdul, you could drift like that. You got it, gang. A little bit of a tiny sequence in shelter, though. Southeast, inside of school. Thoughts and prayers. Supernova comes a 3-man. Who are they missing? Not sure. They're missing Casey. Shots from Abdul. And he locks that one down. Nothing but trouble. Looking very dense with Abdul at the helm there. Couple more shots to set one through. It is very ideal that they close this down. Southeast in a world of hurt, in a world of trouble here. Can they hold on? 2 players knocked away. Trigger for the press, and press they will. Nothing but trouble. About to unleash a world of trouble here onto Southeast. Teabag immediately heading into protective shield of shelter. Gets caught, blown away with a beautiful grenade from 6+1. We have 2+1 and 1+1. Okay. Interesting. Southeast on the front foot. Phoenix, unfortunately, not going to be so lucky. He's going to be swept away. Abdul too far away, though, to cause too many problems. This is a balanced game it's a balanced matchup, though. It's 3-on-3 action. 6+1 trying to get an angle around there. Tries to pop through and spin around Agent. Tries to get picked up. Bandits immediately wraps it up with the ICM 16, and he tries to go for the drab, but no dice. He's not protected. Bandit goes down. Mrs. DM advancing as well. Teabag heads straight into shelter to protect himself, and he's going to take a couple more hits right through the smoke. And this would be their cue to advance their positions. Abdul's already chasing it down and pressing forward. I mean, this would be a perfect chance for them to go into the other end of shelter and box them in. That would be the smarter call. That would be the smarter play. But will they be able to do that right now? Or will Southeast beat them to it? Those are the issues. to the press that we've seen so far. It's been very provocative, though. It is something that has worked in their favor either way, but Grenades getting charged up. And K9 also on the receiving end of something poetic, but the Saints, they're about to go marching in if they don't manage to hold this down. But more grenades getting launched as well towards their general direction. They lose another is Dax. 7 elimination for K9 Esports right now. It is cathartic because they have found themselves in the top 4. 112 points, 7 eliminations in this game. They're climbing fast. And earlier from Mad Lads getting caught out as well. There is going to be a pressure for Saints right now. This is Ronu can pop a grenade in the right angle. Might be able to make something happen, but no dice. And Creton will be knocked away as well and immediately gets flushed. Not the drive, not the drop, but it looks like another one into the sequence. But it looks like Traitor is going to be putting O3 Brothers to the sword. Traitor, Tensky, and Cloud with a chance of meatballs and rain. End of the road. Still, Saints will not back down, but they will go back to the lobby and take a look at that. This is the third part. Love to see. Traitor gets called out immediately. The guys from O3 and Tribe and Team Pride lock in. Tensky and sent back to the lobby. Down to the lone man, but they will press him immediately to wrap things up. It is easy for 7 going up against Black again. Chance to pop a grenade into the corner there. Launches one outside. And he tries to hold the sequence into the corner. Flipping to the right hand side. Traitor with the potential 3 versus 1, but no dice. 7 puts him back into his misery. And that, ladies and gentlemen, again, Team Pride owned it quite nicely. But a third party, Afro Esports, were right in the right place at the right time, reaping where they did not sow. But that is the game. That is the game. Team, and I just feel bad for Team Pride because that could have been the start of something special. Imagine eliminating O3 Brothers at the beginning of the game, getting a clean squad wipe, but Afro Esports just descend on you immediately as well. They didn't even give them a breather. They just wrap them up, man. That's unfortunate for Team Pride. They have just been struggling. With every game that goes by, they're edging closer and closer to the last chance qualifier. It's like that's where they're gonna be. And K9 up to 9 eliminations now, potential for 10, but they had one of their players had his teeth knocked out. I think Esports is gonna have cause for concern here. But even at that, there is a question to be asked as well. Team Oxygen, do you catch Stoner off guard? It looks like he's not gonna find his way through. He goes back to the lobby. And Rolex is gonna be the one to get the job done. Now for esports, getting caught now by crazy weirdos. Abubakar goes down as well, gets flushed. Black also following suit. And it's all left to Rage, I believe. And easy for 7. It's all left to the two of them. Can they do the job? That's a grenade getting launched in his general direction. Can Black get picked up? Easy for Seven continues to mount the pressure on him as well. And K's trying to bait him inside. It's going to be very difficult for Rage to make it out of that position. It is going to be very, very hard. Rage, Afro Esports, they're capable here. They've got the numbers. When it comes to eliminations, they are leading the pack right now. Second only to K9. So they exactly know what they are doing right now. Rage from Afro Esports. He's trying to get a response. He's rage baiting. On the drive through on the front foot, nothing but trouble on the under siege. Oh, by Andromeda starting to find your footing again. So, a couple of eliminations, but it looks like they will be pulling up to the Mad Lads. Or can they breach? Can they breach the Mad Lads at this stage? Good grenade bounce from Walker. It's a good idea. Not sure the execution was perfect, but the idea was. It looks like Walker is going to be the one knocked away. Ground floor for Machine. He's trying to find an angle there, and he might be able to make something happen. But Rosie's trying to spin around the block there. Keys into the drop, and Rosie goes by Andromeda, and they will be sent to outer space. Rage with a sideline of his own as well. We saw a similar zone to this as opposed to yesterday. I believe it was Chaos Syndicate that ended, I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. The K9, not sure again. 03 brothers. Saw them get eliminated earlier on. Probably gonna have a cause for concern in the way they have been treated. But they have stayed on task. They have stayed on command. The front foot. They can see all the way through. We might be able to work something out. Crazy weathers as well. Crazy weathers were in a similar position in yesterday's Erangel game as well. We'll still put them out to space, but they did manage to at least put a dent on that leaderboard. Currently sitting in 11th as well. They're not too far away from a top 8 conversation. Although I think they're a little bit, I mean, 6th. I'm not sure how many points they have, but they should be worried. Whoever is in 6th should be worried. Andromeda have nestled themselves quite nicely in the box, but they should be keeping their eyes peeled on the rest of these other teams so that they can get as many eliminations as possible. It's going to be a very front-winded position. Still very much ideal. Still very much their game to win. There is some leverage. We're going to see how much leverage we can actually get. under the lights of the MPL. And looks like the Mad Lads are going to take the initiative. Crazy already been locked out. Vanguard, fortunately, not seeing this one through earlier. It's gonna have to stay on task here. 2 eliminations to the good. It's a good start. And Team Pride have also got their wits about them, getting the first knock, I believe, onto Nova. Not sure if they can maintain it though. That's where the pressure is on. Pressure mounts. And that's where the tax collector Mad Lads have set themselves up to go against Team Pride. And Pride are going to have to box them in. Trader almost taking some delirious amounts of damage. But they will try to close it through, and that is a drop to follow suit. And that will be off the road as well for another one. And if they're losing earlier at this stage, it is going to be a tough road, a very tough mountain. We are seeing that there still could be more with that very ideal on brand. A bit of a chance there to close out. And Walker, I believe, is going to be the last one left. He's made a dash for it, and the grenade is already going to hurt him, and that will be a wrap by who is he? Team Pride seeing it through. And they have started Much better. 5 eliminations already. And the Miramar. Miramar is where it is. That is where the action lies. K9 Esports with a little bit of a thought here onto Tribe Warriors. Again, they're trying to move that inside. And Blade pops in. Blade getting dropped by K9. Have put belt to backside onto Tribe Warriors again and again and again. Top C has been forced to abscond. And these are the conversations that we will be having. Because right now, Tribe Warriors is currently sitting in 8th place. And they've got Andromeda, Afro Esports, Crazy Weirdos, all on their tail. Uncomfortable conversations are going to be had here. Top C overlooking the opposition there. A little bit of an idea. I'm closing out the positions that they've got so far, but even way, it could cause some cause for concern. That could be a gimmick, but either way, they stay true to the task. Eyes on the prize, he stays on the sidelines, but even there is still a chance for Tribe Warriors to do something different. It's all about making a play out onto the positions that they have managed to put themselves in. Again, it has been very proactive for them. Nonetheless, Afro Esports, all they need to do now is stay alive, and they will finish in the top 8 today. You know, a top 8 finish today is a win in any of these teams' books. It is a major. And why it is a win is because they now control the narrative going into the final day of the group stages. That is tomorrow. So that is why it is very them to see this through. It is so crucial. Andromeda also being one of those teams. Currently sitting in 10th place, 83 points to the good. All they have to do as well is similar to Afro. Stay alive, reduce the deficit, stay on brand, stay on task, and reduce the deficit. That is all that matters. And that is all they have to do. That is all they have to do. And now the question is, can they do it? Do you wherewithal to see this through? But right now, Southeast, again, they have been getting a little bit of a bounce off game, but looks like Tribe Warriors will be finally dispatched, and that would be a wrap for them. They do get wrapped up and pushed back into the lobby. Not the most ideal way for them, but K9 have shown them levels throughout today. They have donated 8 points to K9, and easily, I might add. And there is a cause for concern into the sidelines there, but even at that, proactivity is the #1 thing on resolve here, and they might be able to lock inside the teams and the way they have positioned themselves either way. It's a good start, very good start. And Andromeda running into O3 Brothers. That's not the team you want to run into at this stage of the game, but it is what it is. And now Maddie with a drop of his own, probably gonna get overwhelmed here. Grenades are getting charged up. Maddie's off to the angle, machine gets a drop on it. And a couple more shots into the corner there. 0-3, a man short. This is the opening that Andromeda have been looking for, but Maddie's going to have to spin around the block here to get the angle perfectly. They cannot allow Lunatic to get picked up. They know they have at least a balanced footing here, because Lunatic continues to hold on, but it looks like they will be getting him picked up, and that is the danger here. But it looks like no dice, no they keep him at bay. 0-3 brothers on the sequence now, but Machine is going to be discovered and caught out as well. He's going to be dropped away. Trouble right now. And Lunatic finally will be getting picked up, but Maddie's also going to make a dash for it. Can he win a 1v1? Is he going to be able to see this through? High ground position is not in his favor, and he is absolutely overwhelmed and will be getting dropped off. End of the road for Andromeda for sure. They're down to one player alive. And doesn't look like he can do much from that position. I believe it's Kimmy. And they're just couple of points shy of the top 8. Again, they have had a decent performance today. But 0-3 brothers have shown them that there is more to life than cabin biscuit. And there's a ground to be covered either way. Afro Esports locking it in against Team Pride, and take a look at that. It's 8 eliminations and more. Where that came from, launched a grenade onto Black's position, almost getting him burned away there. Oh, that's a dangerous play from Traitor, and he burned a little bit too close there. Devil is immediately going to trade off. Rage goes down, and Rage gets burned away, but who is he? He's also going to take a hit, and more chaos onto Black. He's 1 HP. Tensky's not going to back down on this one. He's going to press forward. He's going to press on. Easy for 7. Over to the back end. More sprays coming through. Tensky's about to hold on and try to get his teammate picked up, and 7 is going to be dropped off as well. Tensky, 2 bodies. Caught. Who is he? Will be getting picked up. Afro Esports in major trouble. Under siege here. And Easy for 7 will be trying his absolute best to stay picked up. Devil is still over on the right-hand side. And Afro Esports, they have Abubakar in the off angle, but they don't have the number to play this wide. They have to play a little bit closer to the vest here. Sightline from Manuel. He could be a thorn in the side of Team Pride, or a thorn in the side of somebody here. But now, this is where it gets very interesting. Devil gets a drop on Black again. Another spray from Abubakar. Tensky gets knocked away. Trouble in paradise for Team Pride, but they're going to have to press forward, and they're going to have to wrap up the guy from Afro Esports. They know that they can do this, but can they see it through? Grenade getting charged up by Who Is He. Launches one perfectly as well over to the left side. If Black's not careful, that one will hurt. He's trying to circle back into the corner. Traitor plays off the right-hand side. Big sprays coming through. Abubakar still in the off angle, still in the open space. Grenade is launched onto Traitor, and he's baited out into the open, but again, Devil is there to cause chaos, to cause commotion. Abubakar, no dice for him. 2 of his teammates have been swept aside by the Devil, and he's calling them back to hell one by one. Abubakar, no chance, no space, and that is the danger. Like I said earlier, they just didn't have the numbers. They just didn't have the angles to play that wide, and they have hurt themselves in the process. Team Pride will come out on top. 9 eliminations as well onto the foot, and they stand strong with their numbers. They add another one. 10 on the board, 10 on the bounce, and it is only 0-3 brothers that is chasing them as well, with only 10, or within only 8 eliminations, with 106 points on the board. K9 did get eliminated as well, but they did take 4 on the board with them, heading back to the lobby. And Southeast gonna have to look for a way to breach inside. It is going to trying to hold on the lines there. Pressure is on. Pressure continues to mount on onto the front lines here. We've seen that. And that is where the pressure continues to marinate, as you all well know. Now he's on the front lines. Still been on the front foot for Southeast. If they can make a little bit of a dash around the corners there, might be able to make something happen. But Abubakar, why is he glowing? Why is Abubakar glowing? Man, these skins. Oh, well. It looks like Supernova reaction as Devil is going to be knocked away for Team Pride. And I believe he gets flushed as well in one fell swoop, in one fell sequence onto Supernova. Southeast are going to have to play off the right-hand side. T-Bang also trying to get an angle from the western side, but no chance